So use my code BXPEK for 10% off at the Dehancer site. That's BXPEK for 10% off at the Dehancer site.
Mama told her son to turn up, I said okay bet. RIP my grandma, she said one day you up next.
So guys, Dehancer hit me up and were basically asking me to just take their product for a spin, check it out, see how I like it. So I'm gonna be doing it with you guys today. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna check out Dehancer, the plugin. I've already got it downloaded. So Dehancer is a video editing plugin. It's for color grading. It's basically a plugin that allows you to color grade your footage to mimic really cool styles like those seen on like Euphoria and some other film sort of vibes. You probably shot it on like a mirrorless or like a DSLR, but it makes it look like you actually shot it on film. So Dehancer hit me up and they wanted me to test out their plugin. I said sure, so I thought let's make a video, let me show you guys how to use it. So I'm on their page right now. Basically they even offer a free trial, so you can just click it. So this is straight from their site. Basically it just allows you to just create this really cool film sort of style. You can add a lot of different effects, halation, bloom. It just basically creates the film look really nicely for you. And today I'm just going to show you how I sort of use this for my own footage. I don't even film in log, but you can film in log. You can grade that. You can film normal in Rec 709. Rec 709 is basically just straight out the camera, no color grading. You can film that and you can still use the plugin. And so this is just a basic clip I shot for like a music video a couple months back. I think this was in July. It's shot really nicely to start off with. I think that's a good starting point. I'm just gonna select the part of the clip that I actually want to grade. Once you've downloaded the plugin, set up nicely, just scroll down in the open effects tab, and then here we go, put that on your footage. To start off, it looks a bit weird because we haven't adjusted the settings. So the source, this is basically what you shot it on. So you've got all these options. Rec 709 is basically just straight out camera, no color grading, basic, which is basically what I shot this on. Or you can choose to choose a camera. So it's got a bunch, literally so many options there. If you shoot on Sony, you can literally select your camera model. So if it was 7R, I could have shot an S-Log. These are all called camera profiles. They basically just differ from camera to camera. So say if I choose like Canon, for example, let's say M50. M50 is a neutral camera. It doesn't really have too many picture profiles. So this would be Canon M50's picture profile. Or say if I was using a Canon, I don't know, R5, I could load in this picture profile. You know what I'm saying? So it just differs from camera to camera. Obviously, these aren't any of the cameras I use. I use my normal Panasonic GH. See, my camera isn't on here, but it has got Vlog. My camera is quite old, bought it like 5-6 years ago, so it doesn't have the profile from that time. But the newer cameras like the GH5 and the newer models, which Panasonic uses the Vlog as a profile, then yeah, you're good. If you got a Panasonic GH5 or any Panasonic camera that has Vlog, then yeah, you're pretty much good. But let's go back on this and choose Rec 709 because that's basically what I shot this on. So as you can see, it's pretty they've given us like a pretty good starting point, and you can just change the looks through this. So if I want to bring the exposure down, which is like the brightness of the image, I just bring this bit down. If I want to bring it up, make it a bit more brighter, I bring it up here. I feel like it's pretty good to start off with. Temperature, it's looking a bit blue to me. But if you want it more blue, you slide it one way. If you want it more warm, you slide it the other way. I kind of like it a bit more warm. And if you can change the tint too, so how green it is. Really green one side, and then really like purple the other side. So today I'm just gonna create like a basic film type of look. So yeah, we can choose the profile too. So the profile of film. So look, we've got all these different options. I'm gonna go through them like one by one, the ones that I use, and the most important ones to me. We're gonna go through all these options one by one. But the most important one is probably the film tab. Basically, the film tab you can just sort of select what type of film, what type of look you wanna you want to actually like copy. So there's actual film stocks, there's actual real life film stocks, and you can just copy, like, okay, I like this type of film, I like this type of film. So yeah, you can just sort of copy the look from an actual real life film stock. So I actually really like the look of a lot of Fuji. I feel like if you're a film photographer or have some sort of experience in film, this is gonna be, you're gonna like, bro, you're gonna love this section, the film section, bro. If you're a film photographer, you're gonna love this section. Sort of leaning towards this film profile because it just looks a lot more natural. I'm not trying to overdo it on this first one, but yeah, you can basically just change the slider, and you can just see how intense the profile is. Just click enable. When you click enable, it will enable it and change the color, as you can see. Just click enable and it enables it. Cool. Now film compression. You don't really have to mess around with this too much unless you know what it is. You don't have to mess around with this too much. The black point, your shadows and your highlights, this basically, you can just push around how dark your blacks are and how white your whites are. So I kind of like it if I fade the blacks out a bit more, and I'm gonna make the whites a bit more white. There we go. You can sort of change the color mode too. Click enable to make change. There we go. Print is another option if you just want to change how it looks again. I'm actually not sure what print does. I think this converts it into log footage, which is pretty cool. Because if you have something that converts into log footage, you can basically just like switch it off to other editors. They can sort of add their own spin, because there's a lot of like information to grade from this. So I think this actually changes it into log footage, but I'm not sure. I haven't used this. I haven't touched this bit. So color head, you just change the colors just briefly, just whichever color you're edging towards more. Yeah, color head, you it's kind of like a HSL tab. Film grain, this is a very important one. Film grain, just adding how much grain you want to the film, how nostalgic you want it to look. So you can sort of change the amounts. This is a lot. This is kind of too much, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just gonna add a little bit. There we go. I feel like that's enough. That's enough, because the thing is, you don't want to do too much. You really don't want to do too much, and you can sort of change that. Halation is one of my favorite modes. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite modes, and I'm so glad. Bro, Dehancer, shout out to you guys for adding this. Favorite parts. So basically, halation, in a lot of film footage, there's sort of like a red glow around sort of subjects, and it's very, very, very like characteristic of shooting on actual film. So this is a great way to just like emulate that look into your own footage. Just add some halation. As you can see, you know what I'm saying, click enabled. You change amplify. Amplify is the main one, where if you make it higher, then you can see more. So here we go at 100. You know what I'm saying, we can see quite a lot right now. At 100 we can see quite a lot, and this looks so like nostalgic already. Let's play it through. And then bloom is another great look. Bloom is just basically glow, just basically film glow. You can change, like, you just sort of change how much bloom you want, how sort of glowy you want it to be. And then we've got a vignette. Vignette is like a classic sort of Hollywood sort of thing for shooting on film. And you can just sort of change the size, change the size. You can change the feather too. That's basically it done. And what's so good, bro, you can even export this as a LUT. You can even export this as a LUT, so kind of like a preset. So anytime you want to recreate this look, you just export it as a LUT, and then you can literally just copy and paste it on all your footage that you want to be graded the same, and it just looks amazing. It looks amazing. So Dehancer is a very, very, very sick tool, and let me show you guys the before and after. Here we go. A shout out to Dehancer for reaching out. I love this plugin. I hope you guys like it too. So use my code BXPEK for 10% off at the Dehancer site. That's BXPEK for 10% off at the Dehancer site. I'll put all the links you need in the description below. Let me know, shoot me a DM once you download it. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Shout out to Dehancer. Once again, BXPEK for 10% off when you want to purchase the plugin. Just let me know when you get it, shoot me a DM. It'd be great to see what you guys are working on.
Sorry, I had to catch my breath. Yeah, feeling so, now my head keeps spinning around. Keep the chopper right beside me,